Okay guys, welcome to the fourth instalment, which begins with chapter 13. AN. Raven, thanks for gulping me again with I'm sorry. I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Preps, stop flanging. Oh dear. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco! We shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't! We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said, while he frowned looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. And he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. AN. Don't you thick gay guys like her so hot? It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood, then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands, just as we heard a croon voice say, Alakadabra. It was Voldemort. Oh dear, this chapter is painful on so many levels. Seriously? Voldemort? What are you doing, you despicable snobs? The random author's note, don't you think gay guys are like so hot? That author's note, you just don't put author's notes of any description right in the middle of the text. This isn't the first instance of her doing it, but no, we don't need the author's personal opinion just thrown in there. And I've also noticed that, you know, there's this tears of blood thing that's gone on. I mean, it has happened before, it most likely is going to happen again. Why would somebody be crying tears of blood? Wouldn't that mean that they would need to go and see a doctor about that? And the final amusing part, Allah Kadavra. Last time I checked, Allah was the Islamic word for God, so it's like, what is Voldemort, a Muslim now or something? I have no idea. Just make you wonder just what the hell is going to go on in this. Right, I'll continue. Chapter 14. AN. Fuck off, Preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital because I slept my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God revows. Oh dear me. There's a lot of wrist slitting that's going on in this fic. I mean, clearly, if someone's having a bad day, that's precisely the correct action. Not. Warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Our excretion advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable Preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then suddenly he looked at me. He fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Ebony, I love you, will you have sex with me? He said. In this he is 16 years old, so he's not a paedophile, okay? Oh, huh? I asked. Ebony, I love you, will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You told you my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you're a fucking bastard, I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No, he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us, so we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. The vampire went away. There I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy, and a really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here, except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything? Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They're such fucking sluts, Draco answered. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me and even now Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. A.N. Don't worry. Enemy isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away. My God, that was a painful read. So many issues again. Snaketail, there is no such fucking character as Snaketail, okay? There is Wormtail in Harry Potter, and he used to be Harry's dad and Harry's dad's best friend, and then he ended up on Voldemort's side because of fear of what would happen if he didn't do that. So, yeah, it would have been about the same sort of age as Harry's parents would have been had they still been living. So, no, him being 16, it makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Voldemort wears high heels now? What? No. Draco has a sex pack? Really? Is that meant to make me laugh? Because fail. And then this huge rant about how beautiful she is and how it's a curse. What? No. It's, if that is not one of the most blatant, completely blatant Mary Sue ploys I've ever seen. Like ever. Oh well. Let's continue. Chapter 15. A.N. Stop flaming, okay? BTW, you suck. You suck from no one. Every time someone flams me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for clapping. Ugh. That is so badly written. There's hardly anything in there that's correctly spelled. Anyway. Ebony, Ebony, shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back. But I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood, all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and I noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front and in blood red letters and was all ripped and with a spiky belt. Hang on. Under that I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly the guitar turned to Draco. "Enemy! I love you," he shouted sadly. "I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you." Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it, right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre and Marilyn Manson. A.N. Don't you think those guys are so hot? If you don't know who they are, get the fuck out of here. What? That's another author's note right in the middle. And no. Let's carry on. "OMFG," I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Dracos now at them. "I love you," I said, and then we started to kiss just like Hilary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in A Cinderella Story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying MCR would be having a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We all looked at each other, all shocks, and we went together. Right. Little problem with this chapter. I mean, yeah, there's all that stupid insertion of author's notes. Would you really slit your wrists and then just suddenly remember you had to go to class? They also don't have advanced biology and wizarding school. If she was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar, that would be transfiguration class and it would be taught by Professor McGonagall. The guitar turning into Draco, I mean, that's never explained. You know, just like a lot of things in this fic, it's not explained. More ego stroking. "I don't care what fucking preppers and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world." How many times have we been told that she's supposedly beautiful? Do we really need to hear it again? Another Hogsmeade concert. Okay, let's continue. Chapter 16. A.N. "You know what? Sort up. Oh, prove to me you're not preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweeteat. You're subst to writ this. Raven, WTF. You bitch, you're supposed to do this. BTW, thanks to Brittany 5655 for taking more Japanese. Or is it teaching? I think she meant teaching, but that is, this girl's just illiterate. Right, okay. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw a stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco's thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew now that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly Gerard pulled off his mask, so did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. WTF Draco! I'm not going to the concert with you. I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR. And you know how much I like them. What, 'cause you know, he gadgeted uncomfortably, 'cause guys don't like to talk about you know what. Yeah, 'cause you know, I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. OFG, WTF, are you giving into the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or Christina, or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shouted angrily. Enemy, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattened because not even a single. He had memorised the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I'll have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while and then I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. How'd you shite, girl? She said happily. She speaks Japanese and so do I. That meant how do you do in Japanese. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. AN. Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. This serves that fucking bitch right. I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Quiet, bloody mare, shook energetically, lethargically. That makes no sense. Anyway, oh yeah, I have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac. Quiet, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh hey BTW, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear like the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, getting out my Spesical Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun again. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Make sure it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me call our Brums. OMFFFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Gara saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk. She told me, come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, specially for concerts in Hogsmeade. Salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. You wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town. Yesterday Lupin and Stapp tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're going to spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and a very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what, I'm going to give it to you for free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be at the concert tonight, he asked. Yeah, I am actually, I looked back at him. Hey BTW, my name's Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Taraway, what's yours? Tom Red, he said and ran his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. No, I don't think so, because I'm going to be there with my BF Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew on his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, Ebony, you need to get back into the castle now. That was an extremely painful read. You can't even tell who's saying what, and sometimes. Again, shopping in a hot topic. Let's just go back to the beginning of this chapter so I can... Right. Voldemort and the Death Dealers. Any of you who have watched the movies or read the books will know that there is something called a Death Eater. Basically, Voldemort's followers. But no, these, in this fic, for some reason, Death Dealers, not Death Eaters. So, did she even watch the same movies as us? I very much doubt it. Going with an escort is going into the mainstream. Are you a prep or a Christina? I think she meant a Christian, but she put Christina. She changes her mind on whether to go to the concert or not because Draco was singing to her. Not for the first time. Oh dear. The fake Japanese. She's got rid of her best friend's character Willow because she's fallen out with Raven, if you'd been following the author's notes too, and from the looks of it, their writing has suffered because Raven was actually her proofreader, so things are not as good now. Not as if they were any good before, but it's just getting worse. Gothic movies like The Nightmare Before Christmas, really. And that character was expelled because, oh dear, it doesn't even explain really why she's expelled. She was murdered by Bloody Mary Smith, and then then Lupin had sex with the corpse. Can't spell necrophilia correctly. Oh. Going shopping, and also notice as well there's the shops. This person's called Tom Ridd. For anybody who hasn't actually watched the Harry Potter series, I'll just say this. The original name for Voldemort was Tom Marvolo Riddle, which is an anagram for I am Lord Voldemort, which became his name obviously later on when he turned nasty. But in this, Voldemort and Tom Ridd are two completely separate characters, which, you know, that makes even less sense than everything else. And giving away dresses for free, that doesn't make a good business sense either. I don't think we'll be finding any logic here. I don't think there's any to be found. So, until the next episode, bye-bye.